Hello and welcome to a very cold episode 229. You might be able to recognise this behind me. Yep, Aspen Lakes. This episode was meant to be at Farlows, guys. I'd planned a bit of a mini social with some of the lads, Simon, Math, Andy, Mark. Yeah, meant to be on the banks of Farlows right now, but the area that Farlows is in was bumped up to a tier 4 area, so everyone just kind of went, you know what, it's not worth going to Farlows now that they're in tier 4. So we had backup plans of going to Linear, which at the time was a tier 2 area. From today, Linear have also shut, but because of flooding, not because of COVID. Water levels got very high around the area and they've shut because of flooding. So our backup plan went right out the window. So the lads up north decided that they would keep their fishing up north. Mark is currently on Limbrook fishery, and I've come here. I've stayed local and come to Aspen. So anyway, I'm fishing on the top bank. Haven't fished the top bank for a long time, guys, but yeah, thought I'd give it a go, mainly because I'm going to do a few days, guys. 3 maybe 4 days on the bank I'm going to do. At the moment I do have the wind and rain in my face. It's literally just stopped raining, but I do have the wind and rain in my face at the moment. But from tomorrow night the wind does a 180 to a northwesterly, and it goes really cold from tomorrow night. The next few days are going to be like 1, 2, 3 degrees maximum. So I'm going to brave the wind and rain in my face kind of today, tonight, and then it'll probably pay dividends then from tomorrow night when the wind does a 180 and it gets really cold, so that the cold wind will be over my back. So right, anyway, that's enough waffling. As you can see, alarms are set up on the bank sticks, but the rods aren't out yet, so no more waffling, let's go fishing. And guys, as we can see, the rods are now out. Oh, took a nice comfortable bit of time setting up. It's now early afternoon. Because I'm on the bank for 3, maybe 4 days, I've brought a fair bit of kit with me. Food and, you know, the extra kit you bring with you for spending a bit longer on the bank. So I got the base camp and home and bivvy, everything all set up and nice and comfy first before I worried about the rods. Went in no rush to get the rods out, seeing I am on the bank for a minimum of 3 days. It's probably more likely going to be 4 though, to be fair, guys. So yeah, the rods are out now. So this session I'm using some tutti frutti bait to bait up with, and hook baits. So I'm baiting up with dumbbell wafters and pop-ups. I've got a Ronnie rig with a 12mm pop-up on 1 rod, and then on 2 rods I've got you know, fluorocarbon D rigs with the dumbbell wafters. Baiting up with a mix of boilie crumb, boilie halves, 12mm boilies and tutti frutti pellet. It was bait I'd already had prepared, because like I said, this should have been a Farlows session, and I've done well previously at Farlows on tutti frutti bait. So I'd already picked up some bait last week from Hinders. I'd already prepared it, you know, chopped up the boilies, crumbed it all up, mixed it all up in a bucket. It was already prepared, so I was like, well, I've got it prepared, it's in a bucket, I'll just use that as it's ready to go. So yeah, I just mixed it all together, and it's a nice little combination of that crumb, boiliers, 12 millers and pellets. When I put the rods out, I was quite generous with the bait. I've put a good scoop out to start off the session. I've probably maybe put about 1/4 kilo probably in the bait boat to start off with. I haven't filmed the bait boat going out yet because, as you could probably hear, well, it is raining, guys, so I didn't want to get the camera out to do any filming. Camera at the moment's in the bivvy, so yeah, so we're in for some wild weather tonight. There's a storm coming in tonight, heavy rains, strong winds, so I'll be battening down the hatches tonight. So the rods won't be touched anymore until tomorrow, unless any fish come along. But yeah, we are fishing, and then tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, when the weather changes round, it should be a bit more comfortable on the bank, where I'll have the wind coming over my head then from behind. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna have some food now, and I'll catch up with you later on. I'll show you spots and all that where I'm fishing, probably in the next day or two, when the rain allows me to get the camera out of the bivvy. But yeah, anyway, food now, and I'll catch up with you sometime later on, guys. Guys, I'm going to bed down for the night shortly. It's not late, it's only 8:15, but yeah, this storm Bella is just really starting to pick up now. I've just had a look at the weather app on my phone, and we currently got sort of wind speeds, I think 26 miles an hour, I think it said at the moment, but it picks up to like 50 miles an hour sort of around midnight, and the rain's going to be pretty much torrential as well through the night. The rain's due to start in about 45 minutes, and it will last for about 10 hours. So yeah, so it's going to be a pretty wet and wild night. So if any fish do decide to play during the night, it's going to be a bit of a wet one. But yeah, it might be one of them nights tonight where you think, oh yeah, I don't really want to run right now, but hey ho, if I didn't want to deal with that, I would have come fishing, would I? Good morning, guys. I think it's safe to come out the bivvy now the storm has passed. Looking at social media on my phone just now. Apparently it was a bit of a wild night, but as soon as it started getting a bit wild last night, I got in my bed, curled up in a ball and fell asleep and slept through it all pretty much. Only woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, needing a wee. Yeah, completely different this morning though, guys. The lake is almost flat calm. The sun is right in my face, blazing away. Yeah. Right, breakfast time, and then think about what I want to do fishing wise for the rest of the day. Yeah, I got you. Yep. Right, guys, so Just resorting the rigs out. I had to wind in not long ago so I could go and use the on-site facilities. And then while I was down that way, I was chatting to Darren. Darren's with his fishing club, and he's currently on the Match Lake, having on a fishing match. So while I was down by the Match Lake, I was chatting to Darren for probably about an hour or so. I don't think he's winning though. But yeah, just rebaiting the rigs now and getting them ready to go back out. While I was on the way down to the loo, I had a quick stop and chat to everyone who's on the lake at the moment, and just to see how everyone's getting on, and no one's caught anything, so it's not just me who's not caught anything up to now. But that is Aspen for you. I don't need to tell you by now that this is a tough lake, especially this time of year. But yeah, so yeah, no one's caught nothing yet. But anyway, so now we have a dry day. When these rigs do go back out, I'll show you where I'm fishing at the present time. So, alright, third one. Got the sun in my face at the moment, so it's quite warm on this bank. Everyone probably thought I was a bit of a nutter to choose this side of the lake with that weather we had come in last night, but yeah, it's alright today with the sun shining right in my face. I don't normally like the sun, but on a cold winter's day it is a very nice place to be, this side of the lake. Guys, so this is my swim. Got a nice amount of open water out in front of me. So where did I put the rods? Yesterday. Right, the right hand rod just kind of went down to my margins. There's a bit of an overhanging branch. Let's see if I can find a little stick. I don't know if you can really distinguish it, but there's a kind of a little overhanging branch hanging down. I just kind of dropped it under that branch really. It is a bit close to the next swim on the right. If anyone turns up and goes to the right, I'll probably have to move that because it's kind of right in front of that right hand swim really. Middle rod, if I can find it, there's a rock on the bank somewhere. There. So that's where I'm aiming my middle rod. And when this section of the lake was drained and shallowed up, out here somewhere is a slightly deeper hole. It was the pump hole where when they were draining this section of the lake, you know, where the kind of the pump went into to drain this part of the lake. So I'm basically just aiming for that slightly deeper hole. And then if I swing the camera around towards kind of the left hand side of Bob's house, somewhere on the bank is another rock on the lake. That rock there. So basically just kind of aiming for that rock. So I know it's not a good sight marker if I've got to do the rods at night, but then at night I can see the kind of the left hand side of Bob's house which is kind of on the same kind of line really, so if I do have to do my rod at night, I can just use the left side of Bob's house really. Right, so that's where I'm fishing. Let's get the rods back out now. Hi guys, just getting the right hand rod ready to go out. This is going to be my margin-ish rod. Right, I said I'd change my baiting strategy slightly for today. I've got some hemp and maize with me as well. Right, so my thinking at the moment is, because I've not had any fish yet, the bait I put out yesterday, with it being a lot of boilie halves and the 12mm boilies and the crumb. The crumb and the pellet, yeah, that's probably been eaten by the little fish. The pellet in it's probably, you know, broke down and it's just mush now. But there's, you know, the likelihood is that the boilie halves and the 12mm are still going to be out there. So I don't really want to add to that with any more larger bits of bait items. So I've got the hemp and maize with me, so I'm just going to put a bit of hemp and maize out with these rigs. You know, the little fish will probably be attracted to the hemp. They do say often, you know, if you put you know, if you get little fish feeding on a spot, it will often bring in the big fish, so I'm going to go with that theory. So yeah, let's put some hemp in there, about half a scoop. There we go. Right, like I said, maybe, like I said, if we can get the little fish feeding on the spots, then it might bring the carp in. Should have put my sunglasses on really, I've got a lot of glare off of the sun. There we go. That doesn't take very long to put that right hand rod. Right, anyway guys, so I'm going to crack on, get the other two rods out, and then we're fishing. Like I say, it's early afternoon, but as per normal, once the rods go out, I won't touch them again for the rest of the day or the night. Right, that's it guys. All the rods now set and ready to go. Down to the fish now if they want to do their bit. Right guys, so in the intro I said this session should have been at Farlows and I should have been fishing with txi-d UK and Andy. Because Farlows area went into tier 4, we decided not to go there. They've gone fishing to one of their local waters, Wyreside. So he might be fishing by now, so I'm going to try giving him a video call. Hope he answers now. Hello!
Hiya, mate.
Oh, you are live on Carp King 71.
Oh, I'm alive on Carp King 71. Oh, well, how you doing,
You are.
guys?
Say hello. We can't really see you because of the glare off. But oh, there we go. I can see you sort of.
Yes.
So I've just explained to my viewers that we should have been fishing together right now, but I thought I'd get you in anyway.
Oh, well, cheers, buddy. I was going to give you a call later. I said to Andy, I said, oh, we'll give Chris a call later because he's bound to be getting wet somewhere.
So, oh, hello.
I can't.
Oh.
So whereabouts are you, Chris? Where did you end up?
I'm just on Aspen Lake.
Right, we've gone to Wireside. We're at Wireside on Sunnyside 2. We're on the point.
All right. Oh, can you see me, camera?
I can see your camera, yes.
Oh. Yeah, so yeah, I'm only on Aspen because it's 20 minutes from my house, so...
Yeah, don't blame you. It was a shame, wasn't it? But, I mean, we've had to go to the Four Winds this time round, just purely and simply because of the... well, we're all on lockdown and tiers and everything, aren't we?
Yeah, but hey-ho. Okie dokie. Yeah. All right then, I'll give you a proper call back later on, but, you know, I just thought I'd... Hello, Andy.
Hey, Chris.
How you doing?
All right, you?
All good, all good. And I thought, just seeing we missed out fishing together, I just thought I'd give you a quick call and get you in me blog anyway.
Nice one, buddy. Fantastic. Standards to keep up, no fishing boat with me, eh?
Hey?
Standards to be kept up, no fish.
Yeah, yeah. Okie dokie. Right, I'll give you a proper call back later on when I'm not talking to me camera.
See you later, Chris.
Alright. See you later.
Yeah, see you later, mate. Bye. Yeah, mate.
Oh, good morning, guys, and welcome to a very, very, very cold Monday morning. Obviously, no nighttime footage, so, yep, no fish last night. But today it is really cold for the next couple of days now. We are going to experience temperatures of kind of 1, 2, 3 degrees at the highest in the day. Zeros and minuses at night now for the next couple of days, so yeah, proper cold on the bank now. I've had a change of clothes today, got on my thermal trousers, thick socks, a couple of extra layers under my hoodie today, so yeah, got to wrap up warm now for the next couple of days. Another wet night, rained a lot last night. When I started this session on a Saturday, I set up my rods so that the rod tips were about 3 inches above the water level. With the storm bellow we had the night before, the lake come up a couple of inches, and then with the rain we've had last night, my rod tips are now, well, certainly one of my rod tips are now touching the water. So in the last 2 nights the lake has come up 3 inches, so yeah, so we've had a fair bit of wet weather. But anyway, guys, right, enough waffling about weather and talking of the weather though. Air pressure has dropped through the floor. We've got something like 970 millibars. So although it's got cold, air pressure has dropped through the floor, so that might be good for the fishing side of it. Right, anyway guys, enough waffling about weather. I need to go and have some breakfast, a hot drink, and also put my camera on charge because my battery's flashing. So I will get back to you when I'm doing something more interesting and not being a weatherman. Right, catch you later, guys. Right, guys, so not long ago I've had to have me daily wind in to go and use the facilities. So obviously the rods had to come in, and I'm now just getting the hook links ready to go back out again. Right, gonna make another small change to my tactics. Well, two small changes, I suppose. One being the hook baits, guys. Up to now I've been using the Tutti Frutti. Not had any luck on them. First time trying them here at Aspen. 48 hours in, not had anything. I'm going to switch to the beaten Anna. Last time I caught a fish here was on the beaten Anna, guys. So we are making a tactical switch to the beaten Anna hook baits. And then the other tactical change to my session will be when these rigs go out. Still going to use the bait boat, you know, because of how stealthy and quiet it sends the rigs out. But I'm not going to put any more bait out, guys. Obviously, day one I put out that mix of boilie crumb, halves and whatnot. Yesterday I scaled it down to the hemp, and 48 hours in and we still have nothing on the bank. So because last time I caught a fish it was on the beaten Anna, so while I was down at the van, you know, in the car park where the toilets are, I picked up the old beaten Anna hook baits at my van. So like I said, they're going to go out. No other bait. I know obviously 2 lots of bait have already gone out up to now with no results, so there's no point going into day 3 putting more bait on top of uneaten bait. So that is a tactic. New hook baits, new flavour, new colour, no more bait. Rod number 2 going out, guys. I've already put my right hand rod out. Obviously I'm still going to fish on the baited spots, but as I said earlier on, not putting any more bait out. Just going to send the boat out to the baited areas. There we go, drop number 2. So yeah, just sending the boat out to the baited areas, and then yeah, so really the only tactic change, as I said earlier on, is the change of hook bait, flavour, colour. And hopefully that tactic change might bring me some results. Right, that's it then, guys. All 3 rods now out for going into day number 3 and night number 3. So hopefully that little change, only a small tactic change being, you know, the colour and flavour, but you know, Hopefully it might work. Fingers crossed. Good evening, guys. And obviously we're still waiting for me first fish, but the barbecue is on. A couple of sausages and a burger on at the moment. Got a couple of pork chops to go on next, then a nice steak. I did have a barbecue last night as well, but it got prematurely ended by the rain. I got about halfway through cooking and then the heavens opened and my barbecue got washed out. But clear night tonight, so I should be alright tonight. But well, anyway, guys, just thought I'd do a quick update. Obviously nothing has happened on the fishing side of things. No bleeps or nothing since I changed dealt baits earlier on, but yeah, I think I'll have this. Nice and warm, boys. Just had a look at the weather app on my phone and we're down to 0 degrees at the moment. But nice and warm in front of this barbecue. Anyway, enough waffle. Yeah, so hopefully go to the third night now. Hopefully I'll see you in the night, guys. You know, it is what it is. As Mark Pictures would say, I think we just could be picnicking here. Anyway, guys, hopefully I'll see you in the night. If not, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, guys, and welcome to another fishless morning. But the lake has suddenly got a lot deeper overnight. I think all that rain from Storm Bella the other night has kind of worked its way through the, you know, the water table and has made its way into the lake, because overnight the lake has come up about 6 inches. I showed you yesterday morning the lake from the previous night had come up about 3 inches, where I'd set my rod tips about 3 inches above the water, and yesterday they were kind of like just touching the water. This morning the water level's now up to the 4th set of rod rings on the rod. I showed you yesterday when I done the update, you know, setting up the rods, that where my rods are, it was still dry. The water level was 6 inches below that bottom sleeper. Now the water's above that sleeper, and even in the half hour or so that I've been awake, the water level's still rising, because the water level was just off of the 4th set of rod rings when I woke up. The water level is now into that 4th set of rod rings, and that's just in half an hour while I've been awake. So yeah, so that could explain why nothing has happened on the fishing side of it. Just a sudden influx of cold water has hit the lake. It's probably shut up shop. I'm probably just on a camping trip now, to be honest with you, but but the sun is coming up. Do have the sun in my face this morning, which is putting a bit of warmth onto us. But yeah, so that's in the 3 days that since I've been here, the water levels come up at least 9 inches. So anyway, right, I'm going to have some warm breakfast and a hot drink. Well, yeah, at least I've got the sun in my face this morning, warming me up a little bit, but yeah. I'm wondering now whether when I redo my rods later on is to bring my bank sticks up to the next step if the water level's going to continue to rise. Otherwise I've got a feeling I won't wake up tomorrow morning with my alarms underwater at this rate. Right, anyway, breakfast, hot drink, warm up. Hey guys, I had a bit of a dilemma whether to carry on with my fishing or to pack up and try and get out of the fishery. So I've had a walk round the fishery, mainly round to the back of the lake, and the water is absolutely flooding into the lake, where it's basically just flooding off all the surrounding fields and the surrounding lakes where they've just overspilled. It's now flowing down the road, down a public footpath that's down the side of the lake, and then just flowing into this lake, and it is filling up really quickly. Just since I've been gone, the water's already halfway up this bottom step now, so as you can see I've made a tactical move and moved me alarms up to this top step, but yeah, I've even been outside the fishery and walked down the main road past Bob's house, and the road is flooded. Cars have got stuck, but the only things that can get through are big vans, lorries, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's a bit flooded at the moment, and there's still more water pouring in as we speak. It is still filling up really quickly, but despite that, I'm going to stick it out, but I'm going to make a tactical change. While I was down that way, I was just been in the van, got me a zig box out, because I've had nothing on the bottom now for 3 days. I'm going to give the old zigs a go, guys, so we'll see how that goes for at least the rest of today. I might leave them out for the night. With all this water that's flooding into the lake, and it's going to be cold storm water as well, so the fish probably aren't going to be on the bottom, is what I'm thinking. So let's give the zigs a go. Right guys, first zig to go out, just a short 2-foot zig. This one's going to kind of go down somewhere in the margins ish. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, there you go, but we've got a red zig liner with a bit of black foam. All 3 zigs are the same, the red zig liners and black foam. And before I've put it out, I've given them a dip in the old Hinders beetle in, just to give them a bit of a boost. So this is my first try. In fact, I've never given zigs a try here before, Aspen, so this would be my first go at the zigs here. But hey ho, nothing else has worked up to now, so let's give it a go. Right, zig number 2, guys, is about 3.5 foot long, so this one's probably going to sit somewhere about mid-water. Right, third and final zig, guys. This one is about 6 foot long, so this one is going to sit now that we've got all this extra water in the lake, this one's going to sit somewhere just under the surface, I should imagine. Right, that's it guys, we are zig fishing. Definitely going to leave them out all day. I might be tempted out to leave them out through the night as well, just to give that a go. Right, time for another hot drink to warm these hands up, I think. Hello!
Hello?
How's it going?
How you doing, Chris?
Even though we've already been chatting for about half an hour, I just thought I'd get the camera out and say hello to you now.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. We've been talking fishy flooding tactics, haven't we?
Yeah. Oh, been talking camping.
Yeah.
Right, and guys, so we are now pretty much dark now. It's not even that late, but yeah, it's dark. Zigs are still on. I'm gonna have a go at fishing the zigs through the night. Like I say, I've never really give zigs a go, as I said earlier on Aspen before, but yeah, this will be the kind of my first proper test at fishing zigs here, and yeah, so I've decided, well, what the hell, nothing's happened up to now, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave them on through the night. Like I said, they are boosted up with the old beetle in the foam, so you know, so the attraction will be there through the night. But yeah, I mean, as I said earlier on, nothing else has worked up to now. If I'm being honest, I think I am just camping now, so but yeah, anyway, that's it guys, I'm going to leave it there, and unless anything happens in the night, probably highly unlikely, I'll just see you in the morning, I expect guys. I'll have another walk around the lake in the morning, round that far side, and I'll take the camera with me this time as well to just see the state of how much water's still flowing into the lake, if any, by tomorrow, or it could be more, I don't know, but yeah, we'll have a look at that tomorrow, either way. But right, anyway, enough waffle, hopefully see you in the night guys, good night. Oh, good morning guys, and welcome to another fishless blanking morning. But as I said yesterday, with all the water that's come into the lake, I think I am just camping now. The water has come up a lot overnight, I'd say at least 9 inches overnight, which is a lot of water, because if you imagine, lakes obviously get a bit wider at the top, so to still kind of fill up that void with about 9 inches of water is a lot of water to come in. I mean, day one when I got here, where I was launching my bait boat from, I just had a paddle out there, and it is literally to the top of my wellies. I was kind of stood in front of that sleeper that I was launching my bait boat from, yet on the first day, you know, the water level was about 9 inches below that sleeper, and it's now top of my wellies, so yeah, a lot of water's come into this lake over the last few days, and especially last night. So I'm certainly glad yesterday I moved my rods and alarms up to the top step, because I think I would have woken up to them this morning with them underwater. And you don't want to do that when you've just brought brand new Delkims that haven't even had a run yet. But yeah, I'm going to stick it out for one more day, guys. It's New Year's Eve tomorrow, so I'm gonna go home for New Year's Eve. So I'll stick it out for one more night, one more day, one more night. I'll have a bit of a walk around the lake later on. I'll take the camera with me just to see how much water is still pouring into the lake, but the zigs have obviously done nothing overnight. I'm going to take them off later and go back to fishing on the bottom. I'm going to try a different tactic. I'm going to go back to fishing on the bottom, and I think I'm just going to fill it in. It's the only tactic I've tried. Medium amount of bait, little bait with particles. I've tried no bait, tried zigs. The only option I've got left, I think, is just fill it in. See if that works. So right guys, breakfast time, and then I'll wind the rods in, go and use the loo, have a walk around the lake, and then deploy the bait boat again later on. And guys, I'm just going to document the next 24 hours worth of water rising. So water level is just below that next sleeper. So still rising, but this is just so I can see tomorrow how far up it's come. So we're probably about an inch off that sleeper at the moment, maybe 2 inches. Right guys, you have to excuse the shaky camera work. I'm just handheld in the camera now, but this is the beach swim, a swim you have seen me fish many times before. Have a swing round to the left. The other side of this fence is another lake. I think in time it's going to be like a ski lake or jet ski lake, something like that, something along them lines. But that lake is basically overfilled. It's coming over the top of the bank and running straight into Aspen. Don't know if you can see the flow, but yeah, this is where I normally bivvy up. Quite wet, and then again where the lake's overflown from the lake behind, and that flooding the swim. But in time you're not going to be able to fish from here anymore, guys. Now that there's all swims up this side, this swim won't be any longer fishable in the future once all them swims up there have finally opened up. Right guys, this is just the other side of the beach swim, so I don't know how well you can see through these bushes and over this fence, but this is a public footpath right away just outside the fishery. Obviously normally it's a path, at the moment it's like a river. So if I can, there we go, I think you can just about see that. There's a house just the other side of that as well. I believe they're flooded as well. So these are the new swims, the left side of the beach swim. There's a lot of work gone on this year to clear the trees and everything. Bob's built the swims, but eventually this is where we'll be busying up, guys. This is just all water flowing through from outside there, and it's yeah, eventually this will be our busying up area. It's flowing into the lake a little bit there. That's a swim there. Yeah, not good. Like I said, this is all Storm Bella's waters from like 3 nights ago. And again, a little bit further down now, like I said, this is a public footpath, the public river that goes alongside the fishery. Just flowing like a river. Swinging back round to the lake. And this is where we're getting the main influx of water, guys. All that water that's flowing down that path. This is the main road outside the fishery. That's just flowing down the path, flowing down off the road. Straight through this back gate. This is the back gate where the contractors come in, the lorries, the diggers, etc. that do the work on the lake, and it's just flowing straight through and into the lake. Yeah, not ideal, but this is the reason why the lake levels have risen so fast in just a short few days. Like I said, this is all Storm Bella's waters from a few nights ago. Yeah, just flowing into the lake non-stop. So the lake hasn't stopped rising yet, that's for sure. Alright guys, so I've had my little walk around the lake just to have a look at the state of the flooding and being to use the facilities, etc, etc. But now I'm just getting the rigs ready to go back out. So yeah, as I said earlier on, I'm going to go back to fishing on the bottom. I'm going to stick with the you know, the beaten iron hook baits, as it's a bait I've caught on before. I'm going to stick with the same rigs how I started the session, i.e. 1 on a Ronnie, 2 on fluorocarbon D rigs. Again, both rigs I've caught on here before, so but yeah, like I said, the only tactic change I'm going to try different this time round is I'm just going to try filling it in with bait. It's been 72 hours now since I last put any bait in, so yeah, any bait that I've put out there up to now, good chance it might have been eaten by now. So I think I'll still fish the same areas that I was fishing when I was fishing on the bottom. But yeah, it's the only tactic I haven't tried is moving, and I don't think there's any need to do that, because in the time I've been here now, 96 hours, people have come, people have gone from all around the lake, and no one's had anything. Nothing's come out in the 4 days at all while I've been here, so so there's no point moving to an area where no other fish have been caught, if you get me. So I might as well just stick it out with where I've been, and yeah, I'm just going to go with the tactic of just filling it in, putting lots of attraction into my spots and see if that works. Right, that's the end, guys. We are now set up and fishing, going into the last 24 hours of my session. I'm sure a lot of you are screaming at your tablets, phones, TVs, whatever you're watching this on, going, oh no, you've absolutely killed it putting in that much bait. Yeah, I probably have, but what's happened in the last 4 days? Nothing, so I don't think I could have killed it any more than what I already have. And you know what, if all else fails, just go for it, which is what I'm trying now. So here we go then, fingers crossed. Filling it in works. You'll never believe it, guys, going into the 5th day's fishing, I've just had a fish bosh out right in open water. Nowhere near where I've put my rods, mind, but it's a shown fish in the area. It's a start. Oh, wasn't a full bosh out, it was more just like a sort of a head and shoulders kind of show, but that is a fish in my area. Yes. Well, good morning, guys. Welcome to a very cold one. Woke up this morning to the lake with a lid on it. Everything's frozen. Just before I got the camera out for this, I've got in the lake. Luckily there's that step down, but I've got in the lake with me weighing crook, and I've just smashed all the ice around the margins, freed my rods, so in the off chance that I might get a run, at least my lines can run now and I can lift the rods up. So and then I've also cleared enough space for if I do have to put the landing net in the water, I've smashed enough space to be able to do that. I'd say in the last 24 hours or so, the lake has come up about another 5 inches. Where I showed you yesterday, where the lake level was just an inch or 2 below that top sleeper. This morning, I'd say the level of the lake's about 3 inches up it now. So still rising slowly. I think the amount of water we're still getting is the same amount. It's just where the lake is obviously wider at the top. You know, it needs more water obviously to fill it. So the water is still obviously coming in at quite a rate. But anyway, this is my last day. I'm going home today. Thank God, because I certainly couldn't redo the rods today even if I wanted to. So yeah, so luckily enough I've picked a day to go home. I can't pack the bivvy down yet, it's all still frozen solid, so I need to wait for the sun to come up. I believe in a few hours time it is going to be clear skies and sunny, so I'll certainly wait a few hours, wait for the sun to come up and start defrosting everything, but yeah, practically 5 days into a session now. There's only like, if 5 hours to go, it will be, the rods would have been in for 5 days. Oh, getting a nice bit of sun glare coming up now. So I don't think it's going to happen, guys, in the last few hours, do you? So I tried to go all out last night, putting lots of attraction into the area, but it's just not happening. I'm not the only one who hasn't caught. The whole 5 days I've been here, people have come, people have gone. Nothing has come out to anyone. Nothing's come out in the 5 days that I've been here at all. So yeah, it's yeah, you normally get the odd 1 or 2 fish come out even in the toughest conditions. The only thing I can really put it down to, guys, is the lake. It's I'd say, yeah, easily in the 5 days that I've been here, it's come up easily 2 foot, probably 2.5 foot, and that's all cold storm water as well. So, not making excuses, but that has to be what has killed the lake. So, but yeah, I think I'll sign the video off here, guys. Like I said, almost 5 days into a session, nothing's happened now yet. I can't see it happening in the last few hours, just while I'm waiting for everything to defrost, guys. So yeah, we'll wrap up this video there. If you have watched all this video, guys, although it's been a 5-day blank, thanks for watching my efforts, guys. I really do appreciate it. It's been a grueler, I can tell you, and I can imagine it's been a grueler watching it as well. So anyway, thanks for watching this video, guys, and until next time, tight lines. Oh yeah, and a happy new year, guys. I hope 2021 is good for you all fishing wise. Happy New Year.